Byakuya Kuchki versus Ulquiorra Cifer. Hey everyone, it's Soul King Danny here, and I have today a battle some of you have been waiting for. This is somewhat a controversial debate, but I'm just going to explain who wins and why, and if you disagree with me, please see me on Discord. Let's talk about it, let's debate. Also, hit up my Twitter if you want to get all the latest news and stuff about my channel. And with that said, let's go ahead and start with a few rules. So I only have two here. Byakuya is from the Bankai arc. We're not talking about final arc Byakuya. We already know that he demolishes, okay? That's easy. Both characters are at full power. So with that being said, let's get started with Ulquiorra. Ulquiorra is a Espada number 4, and his Zanpakuto's name is Murcielago, which in Japanese means Black Winged Great Demon. Ulquiorra's speed is pretty impressive too, so when you scale Ichigo, who started out in Bankai at lightning level, which is 220,000 miles per hour, which was stated in the data books to be his speed, you have to kind of scale up because Ichigo did get stronger and he did get faster. The Visored Mask gives Ichigo another 10 times boost in stats, and this is proven with his fight with Grimmjow, who also went into his resurrection, which also gives about a 5 to 10 times boost. Resurrections have been shown to be about a 5 to 10 times boost, and Bankais were stated in Bleach to be a 5 to 10 times boost. And as shown in the fight with Ikaku and Idrad, with Ikaku using Bankai and Idrad using his resurrection, seems to be like a 5 to 10 times boost. It makes sense. This would put Ichigo's speed at 2.2 million miles per hour, and Ulquiorra surpasses that with resurrection, as Ichigo couldn't even react to a surprise attack made by Ulquiorra, putting Ulquiorra's speed at 22 million miles per hour, and another 10 times boost for his second resurrection, and you get 220 million miles per hour, which is 1,000 times the speed of lightning, and that's insane. His power is even more disgusting. So Ulquiorra states that using Gran Rey Zero is enough to destroy Las Noches, which is calced around country size. It takes around 7 to 100 teratons of force to destroy a country, and this is just base Ulquiorra. 10 times for resurrection 1, and you get around 700 to 1000 teratons of force, and multiply that by another 10 times and you get 700 to 10,000 teratons of force, which would be large or multi-continental levels of power, which is pretty ridiculous and impressive. Also, I want to say that this is a low ball because Ulquiorra never stated it was his power, but more like any Gran Rey Zero is powerful enough to destroy Las Noches. This means that it's a low ball because I'm not taking into account how strong Ulquiorra is compared to the other Espada, who can use the same move. Side note, I just think it's funny that all the Espada are at least country level, and looking at someone like Auden Yeto, you wouldn't really think it. I also want to say that the Gran Rey Zero has its own scaling as well, so no, not all Gran Rey Zero outputs the same amount of power or destructive force, but think of it as the weakest output of damage the Gran Rey Zero can produce is around country level. Durability is pretty ridiculous as well. He has regeneration, he can regenerate any limbs, however it doesn't extend to his internal organs, so it's not all that impressive, but it's still pretty impressive nonetheless. He has also the ability to destroy lances that can easily create a nuke. He just casually makes it and throws it, and it just destroys everything. So just imagine Ulquiorra just throwing a Lanza del Rampago and just blowing up an entire continent. That shit is freaking ridiculous. It's crazy. Now, most of you know who this guy is. He is the captain of the 6th division. He is Byakuya Kuchki. He knows Shikai and Bankai. His Zanpakuto Shikai is Zenbone Sakura, which literally translates to 1,000 cherry blossoms. And his Bankai is called Zenbone Sakura Kageyoshi, which literally translates to vibrant scape of 1,000 cherry blossoms. Byakuya is just about as fast or faster than the speed of lightning. Ichigo was stated to be as fast as lightning, which is 220,000 miles per hour, and Byakuya and Bankai was able to compete with that. So at the very least, he is sub-relativistic. Power is different in scaling, but he was able to take on Yami and is implied to have helped defeat Yami and Kenpachi. This is where it's extremely hard to scale. Kenpachi was able to take on Espada Zero with relative ease. He was even wearing his eye pad. Without going into too much detail, we can say that Byakuya is at least relative to Yami. In Bleach, in order to be able to cut someone, you have to have strong enough Ryatsu, so equal or stronger. You can debate this by saying Gin was able to penetrate Aizen, however that is an outlier, and also Gin's sword was stated to go at least 500 times the speed of sound. So with him being so close and with a blade that extends that fast, an argument can be made that it was because of that and the fact that Aizen was caught off guard. Yes, I know that Gin was lying about the speed of his Zanpakuto, however he did also say that his Zanpakuto is the fastest in the Soul Society, which I don't think he was lying about. So yeah, it's not the best, but it's pretty good. Also, it's an outlier, so there's that. With that being said, we can scale off of Yami, who stated himself to be stronger than Noritora, Grimmjow, and Ulquiorra combined. The validity of this statement is debated upon in the community, but I think it is a valid statement because it's backed by the light novels and it's backed by Aizen's scale. The light novels had an Arrancar who was numbered 100 and his number went down to 0 when he transformed. I know a lot of people don't know that, but yeah, there's that. And the evidence is on the screen. By those statements, he is stronger than Ulquiorra. Byakuya's durability isn't really what you would call impressive, really. He ended up dodging Asura at point blank range, implying he would have received damage by it, and that's really all that needs to be said, honestly. If he could just tank it without moving, which would take less effort, then, well, why didn't he? Byakuya does have more abilities than Ulquiorra, such as Hadotechs like Danku, Soten Sokatsui, Rikuju Kodo, as well as other defensive and offensive Kido he can use. Danku in particular can block and repel other Hado attacks, and Rikuju Kodo can stop the enemy in his tracks. So I bet you're all wondering at this point, who wins this fight? Well, as surprising as this might be, because I've been shitting on Ulquiorra lately, I'm going to have to give my money over to Ulquiorra Cifer. Even though Byakuya is stronger by statements, it can't be proven that he is faster than he was in the Soul Society arc. Byakuya's speed is still the same, and he's shown no new speed feats. See where I'm going with this? You could argue that Zumori's clones were a feat, however, making clones and after images isn't anything special. Ichigo did it, and at the time he was only lightning levels in speed. Ulquiorra is 1,000 times the speed of lightning, and Byakuya's durability isn't on par with Ulquiorra either. While Ulquiorra can regenerate limbs and such, Byakuya had to dodge a whole Zero that probably would have done less damage. Even if Byakuya was able to catch Ulquiorra in a Rikuju Kodo, I doubt he'd be able to keep him there for long, as Rikuju Kodo is a 60 levels Kido that worked on Zumori, but Ulquiorra is dozens of times stronger than him. Byakuya may not even be able to tank a full Lanza del Rampargo, even with Danku. There's little evidence of Byakuya being able to tank a full Lanza del Rampargo from Ulquiorra, meaning pretty much one of those things and it's over. Ulquiorra's speed would dominate the battlefield, and he has the attacks to get the job done. Even though by statements Byakuya is stronger and puts out more damage output, he still, even in Bankai, won't be able to hit somebody who is 1,000 times faster than him, nor will he be able to survive a large continental attack. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Byakuya has a shot at Ulquiorra, or do you believe, just like I do, that Ulquiorra dominates the battlefield? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you disagree with anything that I said here, debate me on Discord. And if you like the video, Lanza del Rampargo that like button, share to your friends and fam, and if you want to debate me, like I said, see me on Discord. Also, I would like to apologize for not being on YouTube as much lately. Ever since the Hurricane Florence incident that happened in mid-September, I've been trying to get back on my feet in terms of financials, work, and school. Everything's just been hitting me all at once, so I haven't had time to do YouTube like I wanted it. Plus, I'm also doing music. Pretty soon I'll have my own SoundCloud ready. I'm also rapping and doing things like that, other things on the side, so I haven't been able to do YouTube as much. I am going to keep videos out, but it may be, and instead of like maybe a weekly basis, it might be well 2, maybe 3 week basis, maybe once a month basis. It takes a lot for me to get all of the information and research and also put these things in videos in the ways that I want it. So it does take me a while. I do want to apologize for how long it took me. It took 2 months since the last video was dropped, and that video is over 400 views, so I have to thank each and everybody who watched that video. I am beyond blessed to only have about 55 subscribers and still pull in views that's over 100. It's amazing to me. So thank you guys for all of your support. I will see you all in the next video. So King Danny out.